Kyle MacKinnon, and if you recognize that name, Kyle's also a reporter for the Middlesex Banner newspaper. How's it going?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Up 3-1 after 20 minutes. A pretty good showing there. I think Strathroy had us back. So ready for us back on the heels for the first part of that first period. We started to come back and scored those 2 goals.
What did you expect coming into tonight's hockey game?
Well, I expected to what it has been. It's, Strathroy just a couple of those players. They have problems. They forgot 2 guys on the far end. 2 of those goals. Coach played fantastic for them. He's made the saves when he's had to. I don't think any of those 3 goals that he allowed, he had any shot on, to be honest with you.
Sarnia 29-1. Did you expect this type of record at the start of the year?
Absolutely. This is a team that's going to be built for the playoffs. This is a team. This is a veteran team. Jesse Drydak, one of the most dynamic players in the league. Tyler Cicchini, who's just coming back, his first game back after that wrist injury. We have Anthony Donati, who hasn't played in a couple weeks with another injury. So our top line's been out for basically about 12, 13 weeks, 13 games in a row. We've had other guys step up. That Waldy, Mater, and Dundas line that scored the last goal there for Sarnia has played just fantastic as a second line. And those are 2 guys that play with the Sarnia Sting, and it's because the Sarnia Sting are so good this year that that the Legionnaires have had the opportunity to have some of these players down, to play for the Legionnaires, get some ice time, and you learn and you grow. And Dan Rose, head coach of the Legionnaires, since he's come in, he's been very calm, cool, collected, and he's helped these young guys out. And they're building a winning team. Kyle Washer, one of the best goaltenders in the league. He's very athletic and very good at what he does.
Yeah, that was a perfect segue. I was going to mention about Dan Rose. He's done a great job behind the pens this year.
Absolutely. Dan Rose is just a charming gentleman in the dressing room. He's such a good guy. The kids play for him, and that's exactly what you can ask from your coach. If Dan Rose yells, there's a reason to yell, and that's just the way he is. Sarnia's had some different coaches over the last decade that coached different styles, and Dan Rose, it seems to be working at least at this point, and the kids are playing for him. They enjoy coming to the rink, and when you have a team that's this skilled and that is as deep as the Sarnia Legionnaires are, and they enjoy coming to the rink and enjoy playing for a coach, they're going to be very successful. And I've gotten to know a lot of the coaching staff, not just Dan Rose, but Dare Amsley and Brent Sullivan, other guys, Farlow, all those other guys in the dressing room. They just do a great job with these kids and make them just play to their best of their ability. Are
there any surprises in the league as far as you're concerned at this point?
I think the Lambton Shores Predators road record's been fantastic as far as how good they've actually been. Even though they are 9th in the league, they've come to play, and Mark Davis has got them playing very well up there in Lambton Shores. I think Strathroy, with Brown, I think Brown's one of the most elite players in this league, and he's fantastic to watch, and he's shown it today. Is that he's pretty much dominated the game when he's been on the ice. The unfortunate thing is he can't play 60 minutes for this Strathroy Rockets team. You're excited about this league. The Sarnia Legionnaires, I think, are where they want to be. But I think they can grow a little bit on the road. I think their road record can be better. But I think the other teams in the league are starting to catch up and realize that Sarnia's a pretty good team and hard to deal with. And the great thing about this league, Chris, is that any team can win on any night, and that's the best thing about this. Is that you look at the other conferences in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League, and some of them, you look at the Owen Sounds, who don't win ever, and that type of thing. It makes it difficult for guys. But in the Western Conference, any team can win and beat any other team. And you saw that, and Strathroy now coming in 5-game winning streak, and they're a good team and a good solid team, and they're a young team, and I think that's the best thing that Strathroy can look forward to, is that this is a young team that's winning.
The first cut down the deadline a few weeks ago, did Sarnia make any changes, or do you expect any more on the January cut down?
I think that they always are looking for changes. There was a couple players that kind of went in and out of the lineup, nothing too major. Andrew Sokol, a longtime veteran of the Sarnia Legionnaires, he was sent down to Moortown. That was because of work restrictions. They thought that it would be working a little bit better with his schedule, and they wanted to accommodate him because he's been such a driving force for this Legionnaires team for so long, and he still comes up from the Moortown flags once in a while. So that was the big major change of us. But for anything else, Bob Williamson has always got his ear to the ground looking for a trade, and I think if this Legionnaires team wants to get better, they have to find a little bit of depth maybe in their 3rd, 4th line, and maybe grab one more defenseman. But any team that's looking to improve is always looking for that defenseman or a little bit more depth. I think their goaltending's solid. I think that they'll get better, and when Anthony Donati comes back, I think that he'll be a huge addition by subtraction almost. It's just the fact that he's been missing has hurt this team.
Kyle MacKinnon, the voice of the Sarnia Legionnaires on the Eagle Radio out of Kettle Point. Thank you for this, and after 40 minutes I'll come over there and talk to you. All right, thanks for this, Kyle. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, we'll have our period summary and our out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey live on 105. How's it going?